So, my question about specifically 6th Street here is, what is it you guys are doing to not only hold on to your subscribers, but to get new ones, to reach out there and find somebody who has not been in theater before, or who thinks it's too stuffy, those people? How are we getting them in the building here? Because once they're in, they're hooked.
Yeah.
But how do we get them in here?
Well, I think two ways, and it takes both of us, because I think one answer is by programming things that people want to see, and there's a myriad of variables that go into how do you make that decision. What's the economy doing? What are people interested in seeing? Are they wanting to stay safe with their disposable income right now? Are they willing to go out there and see something that's a little bit more challenging? Right now we're finding maybe not. But that's why we have this venue, the 99-seat studio. We can do some programming in here to get a younger audience in the next G.K. Hart patronage. You know, the 30-somethings to start coming back to the theater, or just to introduce them for the first time to theater. But I also think there's a development aspect to getting people involved as a volunteer, as a supporter, on top of being just a seasoned subscriber or buying single tickets. People have a real investment and feel ownership and pride when they make a philanthropic donation, and they know that they're helping Michael support what's going on, and myself. The artwork that goes on here can't happen on ticket sales alone. So that's another way that we can get people in here and involved. I just, looking at it this season, the shows on the G.K. Hart stage, with an exception of 2 West Coast premieres, are, they're very exciting, yet I would say commercially viable vehicles of theater that people, that appeal to the masses. Musical theater is definitely appeals more to our larger demographic of theater goers, people who are theater goers, those 45 and up age range. So, that's what we program where we have the most seats, and in here we do things that that also appeal to them, but hopefully will entice a younger, hipper, audience to come through the door.
And a little more risk, as we can avail ourselves of a little more risky relationships theatrically here. Premiere of a rock musical, workshop production written by Glenn Siegel, local composer. Production of Independent Eye's Frankenstein, which combines, life-size, all-size puppets with human actors in the telling of the Frankenstein story. So a little more experimental opportunities available in this space as well.
I love that. This is a great space, and because you're right up in, I have yet to go into the other space, which I will, but right in here, I've seen stuff here, and you're right there. There's nothing in between you and the performers, and it's just, it's a great feeling. I know it was Music Man for you that was the thing that, said, this is what I'm going to do. What was it for you? Was there a moment that you remember all of a sudden, the light bulb went off? Or?
Yeah, I think it's, it's kind of a typical, how did you get involved the first time in theater story. I joined chorus as an elective in high school because there were a lot of pretty girls in the chorus. And I was promptly told about 2 weeks into the semester that by enrolling in the class, I was automatically cast in the chorus of the fall musical. I said, no way, no way, but, the pretty girls were going to be there too. So, so the very first show I ever did was Once Upon a Mattress.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and I was in the chorus, no big deal, but it was, like Michael said, I think for anybody who goes through that, it's life-changing. It's you don't realize, and I played sports, I'd been in team-building activities and things like that before, but never to the intensity of putting on a theatrical production. Just everybody working together and collaborating and working towards one common goal, and then being able, when it's successful, being able to look around at each other and go, we did that.
And
How
completely
amazing.
exhausted,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you sit around after
Oh,
a
yeah.
night and just,
Yeah.
wow.
And you never get
Yeah.
tired of that. You never get tired of
You
that.
just gear up for
No,
it again.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why so many of us don't make any because we love it so much. We're willing to do a lot of it for free, for gratis. But I think I went on then and started to actually actively pursue roles. And my senior year of high school, I played Charlie in Flowers for Algernon. And it was after that performance I came out, got out of costume and came out, and my father is crying, my parents are all sobbing, and it's not an knee slapper. It's quite a dramatic story. And my dad took me to dinner a couple nights later, and he sat down with me and he said, "Look, if this is what you want to do, I'm going to support you. If that's what you decide you want to do, go into college." And the only promise I had to make him was that I would minor in business. So I would have something to fall back on, but here I am. So yeah, so I'm one of the lucky few, I think, in this industry who have the support, of my parents. I think a lot of parents are scared of the industry, and rightfully so. I mean, it's hard to encourage young people to go into this knowing what I know, and I'm sure what Michael knows about, and you, about, it's a tough haul.
Yeah, it really is. And I have two daughters that want to be performers, and I tell them, absolutely do it. Go for it, because if you have a passion for it, which obviously the three of us do, if you have a passion for being on stage or being behind the scenes, supporting those people, you have to do it. You just have to follow that passion. And it's so great that you guys have and brought it right here to 6th Street. Which is fantastic. So I want to thank both of these gentlemen, Michael and Craig, for coming out and chatting with us. And again, I want to make sure you guys all come out to 6th Street to the studio, or give me the acronym for the GK Hart Theater. GK Hart. Do we know what that stands for?
Yeah, actually the
AKG.
no, the donor. It's the donor.
Great. And full season of shows here and kids programs as well. I heard kids singing in the next room over there. Can't wait, and I'll meet you all here at 6th Street.